Zinnias are found in just about everybody's garden. They're a really popular plant, and for the most part they're very healthy. However, there are a couple diseases that people actually buy on the plants when they first get them. One thing you have to remember when you're trying to diagnose a disease problem, there's no rule that says you can only have one disease on a plant at a time. And in fact, these plants have two different diseases, and I thought we should take a look at them so that you can tell the two apart. One of the diseases is caused by a fungus called Alternaria. And the Alternaria causes a leaf spot, and the spots are kind of angular in shape. Sometimes the centers of the spots are tan in color, and in general the spots do not have a yellow halo. Now, if we took this Alternaria leaf spot back to the laboratory and had a microscope to look at spores, the spores of this fungus are very distinctive. They're long and sort of baseball bat-shaped spores, and it's really easy to tell that you have that fungus. Now, the other leaf spot that we have on this plant is not caused by a fungus, it's caused by bacteria. Frequently, when bacteria infect a leaf, you'll get a spot with a yellow halo, and it's thought that the bacteria form a toxin that diffuses into the tissue and starts to kill the leaf tissue, and as the tissue dies, it turns yellow. So this spotting is caused by a bacterium called Xanthomonas. Now, both of these diseases, both the fungus Alternaria and the Xanthomonas, actually are found on the seed of zinnia. They infest the seed. They get on the seed during the seed production phase, and then when they're sold to the greenhouse operator or to the homeowner, they'll survive on that seed, and as the young plants begin to grow, the fungus and bacterium will develop on those young plants. And frequently you won't see any symptoms on the plants until they're out in the actual planting site, and even then you won't see symptoms unless the weather is very wet in the springtime, or if you use a lot of sprinkler type irrigation. Both the bacteria and the fungus are spread by splashing, and they both require wetness on the leaf surface and on the stems of the plants in order to invade the plants. So these are fairly easy to tell apart. The bacterial leaf spot has the brown spots. These two are somewhat angular, but they almost always have a yellow halo, whereas the fungal leaf spot is kind of angular. Sometimes it's almost a purplish in color. It'll sometimes have a tan center, and it generally lacks the halo. Now, once the disease is going, there really isn't any control for it other than to stop using sprinkler irrigation. If your weather is fairly dry in the summer and you don't use sprinkler irrigation, the disease will just stop. However, if we have a very wet summer, or if you're continually irrigating with a sprinkler, both the bacteria and the fungus will splash higher and higher on the plant and kill most of the foliage on the plant. It's unfortunate, but it does come on the seed, and if the seedsman really wanted to, they could control this particular disease by treating the seed before it's sold.